When I came to Canada at first, and somebody told me that someone just said it in passing that like once you know the name of your child and you know the gender of your child, just apply for daycare.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Funke Lemo and I am a Nigerian immigrant in Canada and I post video about my life in Canada. And here with me is my friend Lara Onipede. Yes.
It's good to be back again, everyone. Like she
Yes.
said, I'm Lara.
I've been seeing my videos in this month of May. I've been talking about motherhood in general because in this month we're celebrating moms. It would not be actually complete if we are talking about all of this and we don't mention daycare in Canada.
That's a big one.
We both have experience in this. It's beautiful. I'm actually very grateful that I have a friend that I can relate matters like this to, and she's very comfortable with coming on the camera to talk about it. I am graced. The first attempt to get a center-based daycare for my daughter, and they told me that our name is on 150, number 150. I was like, who are these people on the list? Like, and this is a daycare that I wanted to start in March, and I've registered since October.
That's like
the previous year, like 5 months before.
Yeah. But even after 5 months, you're on the 150th
So let's
position.
talk about the reality of it because we know that daycare is a very, very expensive topic.
Yeah, and it's crucial for a mom, right? Especially when your kids are still very young. When you are able to get them to the daycare, you can move around and do one or two things.
You are able to be more productive with yourself and to be able to achieve more. So daycare is very, very important. So I would like to ask, is it very hard to get daycare in Canada? Sincerely, let's be sincere. Is it very hard to get daycare in Canada?
I think when we say it's very hard, it's actually an understatement.
So is it harder? Thank you for agreeing with me.
I agree.
To get a daycare in Canada is hard work.
It's hard work. And so let's tell you what the work is.
Wait. Listen, have all the money.
Yeah.
It's still hard. It makes no difference. Especially if you're trying to get a daycare in center. Yeah. Maybe if you're trying to get a private daycare.
Of course.
Which is not so popular.
Yeah, because almost everyone uses the government and agencies
for daycare. So let's explain why it is so hard.
So what's the work you'll be doing? What's the work? We said it's hard work. What's the work? The work, number one work is that unlike in Nigeria where you can just decide I like this particular outfit, like this daycare, then you work there. You cannot do that here. You cannot relate with these daycares directly as an independent client.
You can. That's the hard work. As I mean, you can just walk into the place and just say, okay, I like the way this place looks. I would like to have all the money in the world.
You have to go through the process. So there's always a governing body
in charge
of the daycares. So for our city is the city of Ottawa. So you have to. So the city of Ottawa knows where every child is.
Oh God. The system is insane, I have to say, because it doesn't make you have access to it like you would just walk into a school and say, oh, I like this place for my daughter. Okay, when can she apply? When can she? No, you have to go through City of Ottawa. And City of Ottawa childcare is literally catering for every single child. So you have to register with them. So when you register with them, they make available to you the list of daycares. Then you can now join their wait list. And it's not like Nigeria that you can choose to travel 1,000 miles. They are going to give you options that are close to where you live. To your house. They will tell you that. They would always suggest that. So there's structure that you cannot bypass, and it's maybe that is why it's hard. Because there is a structure that you cannot bypass. You cannot just jump. Because I know that people that have been here, people that probably they've had their children and their children are having their own children. Yeah. They know that that's the system. They are not surprised. They are not surprised. Not like us that we are coming from Nigeria where you can choose Marty Browse daycare. I'll have for daycare that is fine. Go there. But here there is a structure. You have to go through the City of Ottawa. I think that's why it's so hard to do, because even when you now get options of daycare around you, you have to be sending mails. You have to follow up. You have to call. It's hard. You have to send reminders. It's hard.
It's supposed to be automated. I must say they keep to their system. Like if they tell you you are the 150
Person
50th person, if for some reason they have a space and they call all those
before
before
you
you and they found out that okay, they've sorted themselves, they're going to call you.
call you, yes.
But if you want it more, if you have
Or
urgently,
urgently, you
you
have to be
can, you have
calling.
to call, you can send emails back to
Emails,
back.
call.
Just try to exhaust all the options that are available to you. So it's hard, but I will encourage you not to sit back because I know there's this tendency to say, I'm looking for daycare
And you're
and
not
you are
doing
not doing
anything.
anything.
Oh, more, you know,
You
see
will look for
you.
daycare until your
Your
child
kid is
turns.
5 years old. Jokes, I'm serious. So people will be looking for daycare and their child will go from, it's just like me now, for instance, I'm looking for daycare. My child is moving from toddler to preschool gradually. And I'm looking for daycare because they group them. 18 months to 2.5 years old is toddler. 2.5 to 3.5 is, I think, preschool or
Yeah,
four.
preschool.
Then from
Four,
four
junior
to junior
kindergarten.
kindergarten, then that way
Five,
grade
maybe grade
one. Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine that structure. So sometimes you'll be looking for daycare for 1 year, you do not see daycare. Before you know it, that group has finished. You're in another group.
Yeah. And
So it's
then I think it's also with daycare as it's with every other thing.
mhm.
Information and your
It's
network.
also with daycare as with every other thing. The same thing with getting a doctor.
This,
Getting, the same thing with getting a family doctor.
I don't have a family doctor as
Getting
I speak with you.
so please don't think it's just like once you come to Canada, oh Canada,
You know how
everything
you
is just waiting for you. You have doctor. Me, if you see the calls I did, I don't want to say it was. ah, I'm not trying to say it's bad.
it's just it's
It's their
like
structure.
it's good.
It has its
But when you are
advantage.
at the receiving end, because once you have your daycare, your kids in the daycare, you have your family
You're
doctor, you don't
enjoying. You
feel
don't
you
have.
enjoy
You
you in
enjoy it.
fact I like it because it means they don't want too many kids in a particular room so
Yeah,
that every child can be
can be
attended
attended
to,
to. Mm-hmm.
which is a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're at the receiving end,
That you have not yet gotten.
it's not
It's
good.
not, you feel like what kind of thing is this?
Yeah.
Because I remember getting a doctor can also be a hassle. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to be looking which doctor is accepting patients. You have to be looking, okay, let's is work.
So it's some work. You have to be intentional,
Intentional
and
calling.
you should call.
Everything is
I think
actually
you should
very
tell us
intentional. Yeah.
the types of daycare
Yeah.
we have, so that
Yeah.
in the case where you are following the due process and you still
You see, you might get
don't.
options for some and you might not get options for some. So there are basically two types of daycare.
Uh-huh.
There are the center-based daycare. That's the daycares that are in schools. Like in that daycare, there is like grade one, grade two. It's a school center-based, and there is also the home-based daycare.
Daycare.
Now, the center-based are run by bodies. There are two separate bodies, I think, in Ottawa that run the center-based schools
Yeah.
or daycare, and the home base are also run by agencies or private parastatals.
Mm-hmm.
Like private parastatals can be private daycares where you have to pay for it. You have to pay like an amount
From your pocket.
from your pocket for it. And we have the ones run by agency that is subsidized. Is like the one HSN where a child pays $24 a day. I think that's the policy now in Canada. They're trying to get it to a point where a day for daycare is $10. That it's accessible. But right now it's a day for $24. So
Yeah, and that's
that's
almost
okay.
$25,000 per day. Oh, I
Okay.
said $25,000, 25,000 naira.
Don't convert it to
No, no, no. Let me
naira.
convert it so that it sinks very well.
Don't convert it to naira now because we are not making money in naira,
We are
Lara.
not
That's
making
not
money in
fair.
naira, but sometimes it just so
It
that
just get done on you.
I just remind myself that come on, I'm paying 25,000 naira a day. I have not have to do that,
Yeah,
but people do
so
it.
yeah, so that's it. So the home-based daycare are run by agencies, and it's home-based because the daycare is in someone's home and it feels like a home. But they are all things. They are always they are licensed, so they are
Yeah,
always scrutinized. The people that
and
are in charge
trained.
of daycare trained, scrutinized. There's always a supervisor coming to check that each of the children needs are met. Center based is on they're in school on standby, so every rule is taken to place. So in most cases, when you're not able to get center based for daycare, there are the options of
The home
home
daycare.
daycare. But people always like center based. It's actually mixed. Me, I think I have liked home based so
Yeah.
far. I don't, because of how they are
It's
little in
homely.
number and it's homely. My baby will feel as if she's at home.
Mm-hmm.
But there have been different options, so but it's workable anyway. You can decide on whatever you want, but it's hard work. You will call, you will
Yeah.
write emails, you will send
Yeah.
emails, you will fill forms. It's
Yeah.
hard work.
And because of that structure,
Mm-hmm.
I think they also expect that you are intentional about giving birth. Yeah, we should say it. It's not funny. We should say it. You know how it is that back at home, almost you can have a woman return back to the hospital to give birth almost every year.
No, it's not a funny issue.
It's
No, it's a
not.
serious. But when you
It's
think
not.
about daycare, like me now, for example, ah,
You want to
hey,
you if you have a stable job,
you want to,
it's a
yeah,
government that gives you up to 12 months maternity leave.
maternity leave, yes.
So I believe they also have things in place
Mm-hmm.
not to put us under pressure. Of course, for those of us that are new, we
Yeah,
don't even have, some of us are still trusting and working towards getting those kind of jobs.
yeah,
So we have to put our kids somewhere. But if
yeah.
you are settled here, if you have your option, if you can wait, if you still have maybe age and some time on your side,
Mhm.
it's planning. It's
It takes
planning
planning.
also is
It
eases
actually
you
works. It
of
eases
so much.
you
So
a lot of things.
if you can plan that, okay, my work allows me to be home for up to my for maybe when my child is 6 months,
Yeah,
then can you plan? Can you
yeah.
begin to look for daycare? At least if you are
If you
intentional in that 6 months, you should get one.
get one, yes,
So
you
I
should
want us to also put that into
into play.
consideration.
Yes, and also I realized that seasons
Mm.
are also very, very important for you to consider when you're looking for daycare for your toddler or for your baby. Seasons are very sensitive because winter winter seasons are always like no go area.
Yeah,
You
looks like
barely
nothing is
get,
really
yes,
happening.
you barely get openings during that period.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, so yeah, it's actually very best that you consider seasons when you're trying to get a daycare for your child. Like I said, in winter period, there is literally no
Nothing
space.
happening.
Only very few times that you get spots for daycare during winter. But you see late spring and summer, that's when like a new term is happening
Yeah.
and most children are graduating to another class and then you
Mm-hmm.
get lots of space. So you want to put things into planning. Just like you said,
Yeah.
you need to be very, very intentional and plan, the time that you want to apply for daycare and look at the seasons that it will be most confident on. Yeah. What else should we talk about with regards to daycare?
Mm, I think it's very important for you to make use of your network
Yes,
while you're searching for a
for
daycare
daycare.
as well. Yeah. There are a lot of order and process to follow,
Mm-hmm.
but information is very
Very, very
powerful.
key.
And how do you get information? Just someone telling you something can make a lot of
Yeah.
difference. So sometimes it's the person who has a child in the
In a
daycare
daycare that
who
knows
knows
that
that there's a
there's a spot,
space available
yeah,
in the
in that
daycare.
daycare that would
So
let you know.
take advantage of your network, the communities you belong to.
Very important.
Ask questions, ask
Questions,
for help, and intentionally connect with people
people, yeah.
that you have. Maybe your best friend, you have a kid and your best friend is a single person. That's perfectly okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to intentionally make connections with
With
other
people that
moms
have, yes,
that are
very,
in
very
this,
important
that are the same phase with
with
you.
you.
So you share this in common, and then you know what is happening by relating to them.
Yes, it's very, very important that you maintain a community
Mm-hmm.
of people with you in that same phase that you're in. It's actually going to give you a lot of soft landing and give you information to some things. And that's why all those groups like WhatsApp group of Nigerian moms and wherever you are helps. It
Yeah.
helps. Even if there's no one in your society, ask and you can even start developing one
One
because
yourself.
you can share information. Oh, this is what's happening in my and schools are like a general thing here
Mm-hmm.
because you realize that the school your son is going to, there are so many people in that group that their children also go to
Goes to
that
that same
school.
school.
So you can ask, I saw this, so what's going on? Biology, stuff like that. So very, very important information and networking, asking questions would help you also get a spot for daycare quickly than you think it would happen. Then lastly, I think we should also talk about how we on our end, before we get a daycare, we should curate a
Very, very
structure
important.
for the child before the child goes to daycare.
Very important. If you can, is it time? If you can start potty training your child, start. If you can
Hmm.
start teaching your child to,
Eat
feed
by themselves,
themselves,
to feed
do it.
themselves, do it.
Let them have a measure of independence, home or in daycare,
Yeah.
so that whenever you get a daycare, your child is not too much of a burden
So
for the
yes,
caregiver.
yes,
They are excited to have your child.
because your child have learned a level of independence. I think that is why center-based daycare starts from 18 months, because they feel like by 18 months, as your child, if your child is 18 months old, there is a level to which they can do some things
With the child.
themselves. Even themselves, they know that it's time. When they see food, they know it's time to eat.
To
They should be
eat.
able to take their food themselves. So always try as a mom. We know that it's
It's
never
not
easy,
easy.
but always try as a mom to have start developing some level of independence for your child. Let your child know when it's sleep time, bath time, nap time,
Yeah.
lunch time. That way the child knows. Because the only way you can help a child build is when you let them know that there is a routine.
Yeah, and they can, let me tell you, they can absorb anything you
Anything
give
you
them.
give to them, yes, they are like clay.
Sponge. You know how you put a foam inside water
Water.
and it begins to absorb it. Don't excuse them away
And
from
say
growth
from growth,
and say,
yeah,
how we have the tendency to say they're still a child,
they're
they're
still
still
a
a
child.
child. Don't overburden them,
Hmm.
but you will see them wanting to do the things they are ready to do.
Now that I have successfully sleep trained Audrey, you have no idea how much of a relief it is that
To
by 8 o'clock she's on bed. I can still have 2 hours
to
to
yourself.
myself, like I'm gonna sleep by 10.
Structure, so
The
powerful.
when I started it, it was really hard because she would cry, she would want me to go there. Maybe I should do a video on sleep training separately. But I'm just saying that when you imbibe structure into these children and they now start daycare,
It's
it helps
easier for
them
them.
understand that okay, food time, sleep time, and all of that.
Yeah.
All right, so that will be all for today's video. And I'm going to end it by saying that if you're a mom out there, just know that you're a superhero. You are doing more than you know you can do. I know you're stretching yourself, especially if you're a mom in this Western world. Like you're a
Yeah.
mom from you're
Different.
it's different. You feel it's different because you don't have that access to help and support.
Yeah.
But know that you are strong, you are able, you are capable. You've been doing it and you're still doing it.
Yeah.
And if you're a mom in waiting, like you're expecting your baby soon, congratulations are in order.
We can't wait to welcome
We can't wait to
you
welcome you
to
to our
this side of the world.
congratulations are in order, but just know that you're going to do amazing. It can get really, really agitating that how is it going to be like it was
Believe in
for me,
yourself.
but it's
Believe
possible.
in yourself.
And be gracious to yourself.
Be kind to
Be kind
yourself.
to yourself. You're
Yeah.
going to do it. So,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Lara, for showing up as
My pleasure as
always.
always. My pleasure.
If you
I'm
have any
here for you.
questions, please ask in the comment section. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to do more videos about these, maybe
Let
you
us know.
let us know. We'll come back here and do some things. Maybe I'll drag her alongside with me too. But just let us know in the comment section. I really appreciate your love and support. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you're just watching me. Like this video, please, and comment and share. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.